Oops. Alright, so usually I'm always doing Nuke's top 5, but I found somebody new since he hasn't posted anything, so this guy is new. It looks like he's been around for a while. Sir Spooks. What is the live stream about? I usually watch these type of like spooky videos and then I talk about them for a little bit, pretty much, or we discuss it for a little bit, like if it's scary, what would you do in that situation there and stuff like that. But I've been doing Nuke's top 5, but he hasn't posted anything since the new year started, anything new. So I found Sir Spooks. Let's see what he's about. I mean, looks like he's good. Looks like he has good videos. Let's see what his format is. I like his intro already. I like his intro already. Let me just make it full screen on my end. Alright, let's see. How's everyone's Sunday night going? Hopefully good. Alright, let's get into the show, I guess.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But
this guy has an accent, I can tell already. I think he has one.
Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
I like his style so far.
The first video we'll be having a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account aptly named The Haunted Phone, as the footage we're about to see revolves around a creepy phone that appears to be haunted. The black phone in real life.
That's a good movie there. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys should watch it. It's pretty good. I think there's a second one already. I haven't seen the second one yet, but the first one, it's pretty good.
The video starts off with the uploader wandering around his house, when all of a sudden the phone begins to ring, all by itself.
Just like in the movie, the phone rings by itself in the wall. I mean, it would be better if the phone rang by itself and it wasn't connected to the wall. Oh, no plugs. There it is. That's what I was saying. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Steph, this is a new guy that does videos. His name is Sir Spooks. I'm not doing Nuke's top 5. This is someone else. Someone else that's new. Well, new to me. I haven't seen him before, but his stuff, it looks pretty good. So why not tonight? The phone was ringing with no cords. You can see it at the top already.
In a second video, the uploader puts the phone outside in a shed. You can see he's taken the phone apart to try and figure out why it's ringing. But even after doing all that, this happens.
That's weird. Just like in that movie, Black Phone, I think. That's crazy. Some ghost is calling him, for sure.
Somehow, the phone is still ringing even though there's no power connected to it. It shouldn't be possible, and yet there it is. You can also clearly see the small metal piece moving.
Yeah, something's probably just moving it and messing around with it. Look out with that snowstorm, Steph, out there. I've seen those pictures. All that snow you guys are having.
From side to side, physically ringing the bells. I don't know about you guys, but this really gives me strong black phone vibes. Let's just hope that if the uploader ever answers it, it's not some ghost.
That's a good movie there, once again.
Trying to communicate with him. What makes this unsettling to a lot of people is the fact that the ringing isn't just a sound. The internal striker is visibly moving on its own, even while the phone's been taken apart. Some believe this could be an example of an object being manipulated by something unseen, especially considering phones are meant to transmit messages. Others argue there's likely a more mundane explanation. Old mechanical phones rely on springs and tension, and vibrations, temperature changes, or residual mechanical movement could be enough to trigger the ringing. Skeptics also point out that with short clips, off-camera interference can be completely ruled out. Either way, seeing a dismantled phone ringing on its own is enough to make most people uneasy, and this one definitely leaves
Most people
more
would have ran away
questions
from it.
than answers.
Probably would have threw it on the ground, smashed it. I like this guy's. I like how the way this guy does his videos already. They're pretty good.
Up next, we'll be taking a look at a series of videos from the TikTok user Beard Dude. In particular, 3 different clips where the uploader claims to have
The cemetery I
experienced
see.
very creepy paranormal activity at his workplace as a gardener in a cemetery. At the start of the first video, the uploader is talking to what he believes could be a spirit in the area, telling it he's seen it moving around. He then asks it to let him know if it's in the room with him by closing the door in front of him. Nothing happens at first, but after a
And
short
it's during the
pause,
daytime too.
I heard you over there. I heard you moving around. Let me know you're here. Close that door. Yes, this is your cemetery. I know. I'm just trying to keep it nice for you. Keep it maintained. And
He's one of the guys that works there.
looking nice. Out of respect. I'm not trying to
The second clip shows the uploader wandering around the work site, saying he keeps
You can
hearing
tell it's already
strange
nighttime
shuffling
there.
noises coming from behind a cement mixer. When he goes to check, there's nothing there. But as he continues to look around, something unexpected happens.
So I'm hearing shuffling now.
Oh, he's in the snow. Would you look at that? I wouldn't be surprised if he was like in the East Coast out there. That cemetery's out there.
Sounded like it was behind the cement mixer. Fast footsteps or something that was back there. Clearly you can see there's nobody back there. So, I'm not sure what that was. Gotta reach behind there.
Ooh, it's messing around with the cone.
Alright then. Fuck that.
Oh, he's
The
out of there.
final video shows the uploader working on a rainy day, just trying to get the job done in peace. He explains anytime the weather turns bad, strange things seem to happen around him, and sure enough,
So let's hope today is not one of those days.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be one of those
Where's that?
days. Every day is like that there.
Holy
Oh, the saw. I wanted to saw him up or what? You want to use a handsaw?
Yeah, that's just great. Hell no.
seeing objects
That would be Steph right there. Steph's reaction. Exactly.
move on their own in a cemetery is bound to raise a few eyebrows. Some viewers believe the timing and setting point towards something paranormal, especially since the objects appear to be thrown with force rather than simply falling over. The fact that it happens more than once in different locations makes it feel less like a coincidence to some. Others think there could be more practical explanations. Loose doors, uneven surfaces.
Of course,
wind,
there's always people
vibrations from
spectating,
nearby
thinking
equipment,
what,
or
you know,
even
could
slick
possibly go on
conditions
there.
from the rain could cause objects to shift or fall. Skeptics also point out the reactions happen off camera, making it difficult to rule out unseen factors. Whether it's environmental conditions or something far more unsettling, having tools and equipment seemingly tossed around while working alone in a cemetery is enough to make anyone uneasy.
Number 9.
This next video was uploaded to Capriya Car's YouTube channel all the way back in January of 2013. In the footage,
That's a long time.
the uploader explains he's in his parents' bedroom along with his cousin Braden, his cousin Benton, and his brother Carsten. He says they've been noticing the rocking chair in the room moving all by itself, but nobody's been believing them. They also mention
Rocking
they're
chair?
home alone at the time, meaning
Steph
there's
has to
nobody
look
else
out
in the
now.
house besides the 4 of them. It's here where the boys begin talking to what they believe could be a spirit in the room, asking it to move the chair for them. Nothing happens at first, but after a few moments,
Is it moving a little bit?
Oh my gosh. It is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh. Oh. Man, that's so creepy. Why do we have to stand here? Oh.
Wait, hold on, wait. Somebody go see if somebody's behind there.
I will. Why do we have to do this? Oh, no one's behind there. Oh,
Let me
gosh.
see. Let me get it on camera.
Oh gosh.
But it is moving. And nobody's
Oh,
back
I'm so
there.
scared.
And plus, you can see.
I'm trying to get some evidence there.
Standing behind there while it's moving.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's slowing down now. Is it gonna do it anymore for us? Nope. Stop.
although it's slow, the rocking chair does begin to move on its own after several seconds pass. This frightens most of the boys to the point where they run out of the room, shouting about how freaked out they are. And if you pay close attention to the mirror, you can see there's nobody standing behind the rocking chair.
Nope,
Seeing a
nobody's
chair
back there.
respond after being directly addressed is what really unsettles a lot of viewers. Some believe this could be an example of a spirit interacting with its surroundings, especially since the movement starts only after the boys ask for a response, and there doesn't appear to be anyone nearby. Others think there could be a more ordinary explanation. The chair could be moved using thin fishing line or string hidden out of frame, something that's difficult to see in older, lower quality footage. Still, whether it's a setup or something unexplained, watching a rocking
How can they still think it's a setup? That's weird.
chair begin to move in an empty room is enough to make just about anyone uncomfortable.
Ooh, the hotel's my favorite type. Just about like not a few years ago, maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. The job required me to stay at a hotel for a few days, so that's why I say it's my favorite, because, you know.
Back in June of 2019, a YouTube channel known as Sad Keel 242 uploaded a video showing a maintenance worker working the night shift at a hotel near San Antonio's Riverwalk.
Oh, San Antonio.
Right from the start, you can see just how unsettling the place looks. The hotel's clearly seen better days, and the atmosphere feels cold and dreary, giving the entire location an eerie vibe. We watch as the videographer slowly wanders around one of the rooms, carefully scanning the area, when suddenly
Oh, it's messing around down there. It's definitely messing around.
out of nowhere, several objects begin to move on their own, causing the videographer to stop dead in his tracks. The activity continues for around 10 seconds
It looks like the activity was pretty high wherever he was at.
Before the video abruptly cuts off. It's a short and simple clip, but one many viewers still find quite unsettling. Seeing objects shift without warning in a rundown hotel leads some to believe this could be a poltergeist-like presence, especially due to how sudden and aggressive the movement appears. Others argue the entire thing could have been staged. Since we never see what's happening just outside the camera's view, it's possible the objects were pulled or pushed intentionally, with the footage presented as something spontaneous. Either way, witnessing something like this while working alone at night would be enough to rattle anyone, and the clip leaves behind far more questions than answers.
They wanted to assist in some way.
Over on the Cryptid IQ subreddit, a user by the name of Canid Primate 1577 shared a video that's caught the attention of a lot of people who've come across it. The video shows
cave?
something very strange taking place in an undisclosed location.
This guy probably went to one of those out there like in the middle of the roads or something. It looks like, kind of.
While it's hard to tell exactly where it was filmed, it appears to be near some kind of cave or rocky opening. Have a look.
What? No way. What the heck? What?
As you can see, the video shows a bizarre-looking creature slowly making its way out of what looks like a cave entrance. The figure appears
Werewolf
fairly
or what?
tall, with a lanky build and light-colored, possibly white fur. A lot of viewers believe this could be a sighting of the elusive cryptid known as the Dogman. What's especially interesting is the way
The dog man. They should just call it werewolf. What the heck? What's wrong with calling it a werewolf and the dog man? What the hell?
the creature moves. As the uploader points out, the head movements and unusual gait don't appear perfectly smooth, which some people argue makes it feel less like something digitally generated. Of course, others aren't convinced.
Digital generated? Man, there was no AI back then. What the heck?
With no context provided, it's hard to rule out a person in a costume, a stage, setup, or even AI-generated footage or CGI.
Here we go. I mean, CGI, I believe it, but AI, no.
Skeptics also point out the clip is short and distant, making it difficult to judge scale, lighting, or fine details. Still, the combination of the setting, the creature's proportions, and the unnatural way it walks is enough to leave many viewers scratching their heads. And without more information,
That is
all we
true,
can
though.
really do is speculate.
I'm thinking over here.
Reddit user
Oh, that's crazy. Working at a convenience store at night. Like, let's say right now, there's some people that are in there, like around this time.
No Variety 5078 shared a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit showing footage recorded by a security camera inside a department store somewhere in Chile. At first, the store appears quiet and peaceful, but things take a
Looks
seriously
that way, yes.
unsettling turn in just a matter of seconds. Be sure to pay close attention to the left-hand side of the screen. As you can see, a very tall, shadowy figure appears to walk down a flight of stairs.
Yep,
before
something was
seemingly
walking down the
vanishing
steps.
into thin air. If this footage is genuine, it's hard not to notice just how tall the figure looks. Far taller than what most people imagine when they think of a ghost. With very little context provided beyond where it was filmed, it's difficult to say what's really happening. Some viewers believe this could be a genuine
Whatever it is,
apparition
that thing
caught
is
on
tall, though.
CCTV, especially since the figure appears to move naturally through the space before disappearing. Others believe the effect could be caused by a camera glitch, Low frame rate security cameras often
Low
struggle
frame
with
rates,
moving
what the hell?
objects, especially on staircases or escalators. A person walking downward could partially disappear due to compression, motion smoothing, or frame blending, making it look like they fade out of existence rather than simply leaving the camera's focus. Still, seeing a towering figure appear and vanish inside an empty store is enough to unsettle just about anyone, and this clip leaves behind an eerie sense of uncertainty.
Number 5.
This next piece of footage comes to a
So far, these have been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Very different style from Nuke's top 5. Probably it's just because of the voice, but these videos are a little different from his, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
was from the UFO subreddit and was shared by a user named CDS456. The video was filmed in Trinity, North Carolina on August 7th.
North Carolina, 2025. This was just last year. I wonder if Steph saw something out there. Let's see what they filmed.
2025 at around 10:47 p.m. EST. It was recorded on an iPhone 16 Pro Max by a man named George O.
Okay.
Apparently, George sent the clip to the Reddit user because he knows he's fascinated by UFOs. So without further ado, let's take a look at the footage.
Okay, I see it.
Although it's only 8 seconds long, it's a pretty interesting video. We see a single white dot sitting in the sky for several seconds, seemingly not doing much at all.
It's not doing much.
Then, without warning, the white dot suddenly accelerates out of frame almost instantly, leaving George completely awestruck by what he just witnessed, and understandably so. It's definitely not something you see every day. Moments like
course
this are
not.
what make some people believe they're looking at something truly anomalous. The sudden burst of speed appears far beyond what you'd expect from anything conventional, especially considering how stationary the object seems beforehand. Others believe the clip could be digitally created, while the movement
course.
looks smooth and convincing. Some
We
skeptics
are in a
argue
digital
it may be a
world of
well-made
AI now.
CGI effect, designed to appear subtle and realistic, especially given how brief the footage is and how little context we're given. Since the uploader hasn't come forward with more details, all we really have is what's shown on
That thing,
screen.
whatever it was, that was
Whether
probably,
this is
imagine if it was
genuine
just
footage
like a
of
regular
something
flashlight
unexplained
pointing at the
or an
sky
impressive digital creation,
all along.
it's certainly a clip that sparks debate.
I wonder where Carissa's at. She's always here sometimes.
In the early morning hours of October 8th, 2016, at a home on the outskirts of Boswell, Pennsylvania, a family woke up to find their trash cans completely emptied, with garbage
Bears walking
scattered
around.
all across their backyard. Living so close to a forested area, nighttime scavengers getting into the trash wasn't anything unusual for them. Concerned the culprit might be a black
Yup,
bear
there they
preparing
are.
for winter, the residents decided to check their porch camera to see what might have caused the mess. What their security camera captured, however, didn't look like a black bear at all.
Let's see what it was. Okay, I see you. The heck? It's like it knows it's being watched though.
For nearly 2 full minutes, a strange figure can be seen peeking out from behind cover before pulling back again several times. While most of the body stays hidden, What is visible appears lanky, with long limbs and glowing white eyes, giving it the appearance of something similar to what some people refer to as a brush crawler cryptid. It's definitely a chilling
What the hell is
video,
that?
and seeing something like this lurking around your home late at night is enough to unsettle just about anyone. Some believe this could be footage of an unknown creature, especially considering the strange behavior and eye shine. Others suggest it might have been staged, or simply something mundane caught at a bad angle, and made to look far more unsettling by the camera's low light. Either
Of course,
way,
they're always gonna
it's
be
the
like,
kind of video that makes
yeah,
you double
that's a
check your
little
windows
weird.
before going to bed. This TikTok video was posted by a user known as Joseph Stalin Loves You, and shows him standing outside in his yard talking about something unsettling he claims to have seen in the trees before he even started filming. He explains he's about to put up a fence for his neighbor, and after what he saw, it can't go up fast enough. As he slowly moves closer, he stops and zooms in on a specific area of the trees, and right about here is where we can see what caught his attention.
You serious? Look at that face.
In the daytime, though?
Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude.
You could
how
believe in.
scary is that shit?
What is that?
Oh my god.
Is that a bear or what?
What the? She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
If you look closely enough, you can make out what appears to be a face peering out from the branches. The figure seems to stare directly at
It is a face, man. I would have went directly at it. I would have been like, you know what? It's time to expose, the things that are out there to the world while recording at the same time. Let's see what it is.
the uploader for several seconds before suddenly ducking out of sight. Not long after, the uploader also posted a still image showing what he claims is the hand belonging to whoever was watching him.
Oh, what?
That detail
thing's
makes
huge.
the situation feel far more real and unsettling. The real question here isn't if someone was there, but who. Was this an elderly neighbor wandering through the trees for some unknown reason, or someone deliberately watching from a hidden spot? If it really was a person standing that close without saying a word, that's honestly more disturbing than anything paranormal.
Nah,
The
that's just
uploader says he
weird.
plans to put up a fence as soon as possible, and after seeing this footage, it's hard to blame him. Either way, realizing someone might have been silently watching from the trees is the kind of thing that sticks with you. On November 24th, 2025, a TikTok account known as Black Hills Paranormal shared a piece of home security camera footage captured in the middle of the night inside an otherwise ordinary home. The seconds tick by quietly as everyone in the house sleeps. By all accounts, it looks like a completely normal night, but just moments later, the tone of the video changes entirely. At one point, a strange reflection appears on the surface of the kitchen fridge. Then, only a second or two later, what looks like a ghostly figure can be seen walking through the room before vanishing
You
out
could
of
really
frame.
even see it though.
Unfortunately, it doesn't appear any updates were ever shared about what happened afterward. And honestly, if I were living in that house and caught something like this on camera, I'd probably be
You could
considering
believe
a
and see it.
move pretty fast. What unsettles a lot of viewers is the timing of the events. The reflection appears first, almost like a warning, followed immediately by a figure passing through the room. Some believe this could be an apparition briefly interacting with reflective surfaces before manifesting more clearly. Others think there could be a more ordinary explanation. Reflections from passing headlights,
reflection says it
passing
all.
shadows, or changes in lighting can sometimes appear distorted on glossy surfaces like refrigerators. Combined with low light camera processing, this can create the illusion of a figure moving through the room when nothing unusual is actually happening. Still, seeing something like this unfold while everyone's asleep is enough to make anyone uneasy. And without more information, it's hard not to wonder what else that camera may have caught. This final entry comes from Reddit
Let's see
user
what it is.
Lower Boysenberry50, who shared a photo to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, and it's one many viewers say is enough to make you lose sleep.
Brother got a
In the post
ghost
description,
photo? What?
The uploader explains his brother was in college in Boston and was supposedly home alone at the time. While inside the apartment, he suddenly felt a strange presence coming from one of his roommate's bedrooms. He turned around to see what it was, and what he saw stopped him in his tracks. According to the uploader, his brother saw the shadowy outline of a person standing at the end of the hallway. He instinctively snapped a photo, and by the time he looked up again, whatever it was had completely vanished. If you zoom in here, you can see
can breathe and
exactly
see
what
it.
was captured, and it's genuinely chilling to look at. What makes this case even more unsettling is the fact that it wasn't just a still image. A live photo version was later shared, showing subtle movement in the same spot, moments before and after the picture was taken. To many people, the figure looks far too defined to be explained away as lighting or shadows. The shape appears solid, human, and deliberately positioned at the end of the hallway, which is why some believe this could be a genuine apparition briefly
You can see
revealing
the
itself.
face peeking out.
The only real skeptical explanation offered is that the moment was staged, with someone intentionally standing in the hallway during the live photo capture before stepping away. Either way, the idea of turning around and seeing someone standing silently at the end of your hallway is deeply unsettling. Whether this was a deliberate setup or something truly unexplained, it's the kind of image that stays with you long after the screen goes dark.
It'll stay with you for a long
That
time.
was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Let me see, how much was that? 27 minutes? Not bad, Mr. Sir Spooks. I mean, that name isn't too bad. It's alright. Alright, let's see what else he's got. Let's see what else he's got here. Let's see what else he's got. You're not supposed to watch alone. It follows me. We're just going down the list right here. 2 days ago. This one was 2 weeks ago. Alright, let's click it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 7
Okay.
scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. TikTok user this
I like when the sun goes down, sunsets, you get that orangey look. It's good. It's a good time.
Celestial Fish posted a video to her account in December of 2025, which starts off with her being emotional and panicky, stating that she was just getting ready for work when she suddenly saw something in her bathroom that scared the daylights out of her.
It was checking her out.
She then turns the camera around to show us the area in which she thought she saw it. For a little while, nothing can be seen, but around the end of the video, the uploader sees it yet again.
Oh, you can even see it
It was
peeking.
like right there where those shadows are. Those are shadows from the towel right there. But there was like a shadow right there where those other shadows are. And it looked like a person. It looks like a ghost. Like right there.
I don't see it.
Holy.
A strange shadow can be seen lurking inside of the uploader's bathroom.
Oh, I see it.
Terror. She proceeds to panic and yell before the video ends abruptly, leaving us all to wonder what she did next. Given
What
the
she did
distance
next, she
between
ran
the
away,
uploader
of
and the
course.
bathroom, the most plausible grounded explanation would be someone hiding behind the bathroom door itself, carefully shifting their position to project a human-shaped shadow into view. Still, the uploader's reaction appears immediate and uncontrolled, and the shadow doesn't behave like a simple pass of light. It seems to lean forward, as if aware it's being watched. Shadow figures are often described in paranormal reports as silent observers, appearing only briefly before vanishing.
I mean, she didn't see the hand. She just seen like probably the head or something. That's what I think that she saw.
Whether this was an orchestrated hoax or something genuinely unexplained, the sudden cutoff leaves the impression that whatever was there may not have stayed confined to the bathroom. What could possibly have been going on here? Was there
Nothing.
some sort of a ghost or shadow person stalking around her house? And if so, why? Let's hope we get an answer one day.
Probably would never get an answer at all.
YouTube channel Ema419 posted this video to his account all the way back in December of 2009, which would explain why
2009.
the camera quality is as bad as it is. But even still, poor quality or not, this is definitely one hell of a creepy video. The footage in question sees Ema and a woman named Evelyn investigating the Sawyer boiler room. Evelyn says
Oh, this
she
one
thinks she
was
sees
featured in
something,
Nuke's Top
which is
5.
when Ema
The one with
tries
the
to
chair,
step
I
in and
think.
help her out. For
So he
about
got
2
this
minutes
one
or so,
from-
Ema and Evelyn
I think
proceed
it's
to
same.
investigate the boiler room, which proves to be extremely creepy, mostly because of its dark and atmospheric appearance. But the real horror kicks in at around the 2.5-minute mark, when this happens.
Alright. Well, don't worry. Go get your whatever your material is.
Oh, baby. I don't think I want to go there.
Come on, go ahead. Evelyn, just go.
No.
Alright, hang on. Is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No.
What's that? Oh my God. No way.
It was telling her to
No
have
way.
a seat.
The chair in front of them suddenly begins to move closer to them on its own accord. Now, obviously, how exactly this happened is anybody's guess, but it's certainly quite unnerving. The most plausible grounded explanation is that the chair was pulled using a thin string or fishing line, something easily hidden by the darkness.
They
and
always
the
think
view's poor
that it's
quality.
pulled by a fishing line or a
Paranormal
string.
videos from this era
Of course they would think
often
that.
relied on simple practical effects, especially in locations that were already abandoned and controlled. What still unsettles viewers is how smoothly the chair moves and how neither investigator reacts as if they caused it. Objects moving on their own are one of the most commonly reported elements in haunting claims, often described as subtle rather than violent.
Of
Whether
course.
staged or not, the moment taps into a very old fear. The idea that something unseen is interacting with the physical world around you. What do you think is going on here? Since this video is 17 years old, we can only hope that in the years since its upload, that Ema and Evelyn have since led a peaceful and happy life, and this haunting didn't follow them.
Probably not. I mean, it was in the building.
A TikTok account known as Real Dark Clips
Ooh, the forests.
posted a video that was filmed at an undisclosed forest in the middle of the night. The only sounds that can be heard are the birds chirping and the sounds of nature in general. The videographer is simply armed with their phone camera and a flashlight, and they're moseying around the forest, seemingly trying to investigate. And sure enough, it doesn't take long for this video to be turned on its head.
What the f is that? What the f is that? I can't zoom in, babe. Look at that.
What?
Wait, I lost it. There it is, there it is. You see that shit in the middle of the camera? What the f is that? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Oh, nah.
It may require you to squint your eyes and turn up your brightness, but if you look just closely enough, you'll be able to spot what appears to be some sort of a strange, humanoid figure lurking
You
in the
do see it
forest,
there.
much to the videographer's horror. A grounded explanation is that this could have been a person crouched low in the forest, dressed in light-colored clothing, who then stood up as the flashlight passed over them. In near total darkness, that sudden vertical movement can appear unnatural, almost like the figure is floating. From a believer's perspective, the figure genuinely resembles a traditional ghost, pale, partially obscured, and moving in a way that doesn't
I don't know about all that.
fully match natural human motion. Combined with the videographer's reaction, which sounds immediate and authentic, the encounter feels less like a staged scare and more like an accidental glimpse of something that wasn't meant to be seen. Thankfully, his survival instincts kicked in, and he raced out of there as fast as he could to safety. Who knows what could have possibly happened to him if he had stuck around for any longer.
Nothing.
Over on the UFO subreddit, a user by the name of Zed Alpha Project posted a video that was filmed on November 24th, 2025 at around 10 p.m. PST in Los Angeles, California, of something truly incredible. Take a look and see.
Oh, so it was last year, I see.
Strange, three fast-moving objects that were captured on the infrared camera were traveling across the sky far more quickly than the usual airplanes he sees. He says that his flight tracking app did not show these things. This footage is divided into two segments, both of which are replayed in real time. The first segment displays the original camera perspective, while the second segment is stabilized and zoomed in. Given how sharp and stable the footage is, distortion from camera movement or stabilization doesn't appear to be a factor here. A more grounded explanation would be that these are drones or other aerial devices, though their speed and movement patterns don't resemble typical recreational or commercial drone behavior. From a believer's
It was
perspective,
something else.
the way the objects move, fast, controlled, and seemingly aware of each other, feels closer to classic UFO sightings than conventional aircraft. With no flight data to match and no obvious explanation, the footage remains genuinely unidentified, which is often where the most unsettling cases tend to sit. So, any UFO believers out there, what do you make of this interesting footage? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Steph always has to watch out there in the woods.
A man named Jordan Bowen was simply having a normal day when he says he was taking a video on Snapchat to send to one of his friends, and noticed something very strange out of the corner of his eye. If you rewind the footage and slow it down a bit, you can see what appears to be a kind of black figure moving quickly across the floor, seemingly from the right door and then into another room. Jordan seems to be cool and collected in the moment, which is pretty amazing, especially considering how dark the room was where he was in. I'm confident most people would have run away screaming, and understandably so. One explanation is that this could be a shadow cast by someone or something moving just out of frame, briefly stretched and distorted by the low lighting and camera
just
exposure.
passing through.
From a believer's perspective, what makes the clip unsettling is how compact and purposeful the figure appears, moving from one doorway to another rather than flickering or fading out. Shadow figures are often described as starting low and fast, appearing only for a split second before disappearing. Whether it was a visual artifact or something else entirely, the movement feels intentional, not random, which is why the clip sticks with people. But what in the world was this figure, and what did it want with Jordan? Who knows? Maybe it just wanted to goof around in the Snapchat video.
It wants to goof around, yeah, right.
A YouTube channel known as Carolina Case Files uploaded a video in this.
That seems like a cool area to live at. A house right there in the middle of, I don't know, in the field somewhere. It looks like that.
December of 2025, which shows some truly bizarre footage that is guaranteed to make your skin crawl. The footage in question was filmed on a security camera in Deep Run, North Carolina.
Always in North Carolina.
Case Files mentions that the video quality isn't very good, and that they're trying to get information on who the homeowner is, but no luck so far. Let's watch the footage.
What in the world?
A terrifying lanky creature can be seen crawling around on the ground for several seconds before disappearing
That's
into
weird.
the night.
Were they
If
hunting
this
it?
isn't some CGI project or something, then I think that this is one of the creepiest creatures I've seen in a video in a long time. One explanation is that this footage could be AI generated or real security camera footage in
Somebody was chasing it. They were going to shoot it down. Watch out, Steph. It's in North Carolina. Look out.
enhanced with CGI, especially given how accessible and convincing those tools have become. The lack of information about the homeowner and the original source makes it difficult to verify the clip's authenticity. But what makes the video so disturbing is how physical the movement feels. The crawler's weight, coordination, and presence don't resemble typical digital creations. Pale, elongated crawlers are a recurring feature in modern cryptid sightings, often described
The way it
almost
looks.
exactly like this. Whether artificial or real,
That
the
skinwalker
footage
stuff,
triggers a
maybe. I don't know.
primal fear. The sense that something unnatural is moving just outside the safety of your home. If I was the homeowner, I wouldn't wait. I would be packing my bags and moving into a new house as soon as humanly possible.
Oh, yeah?
This video was
Looks
posted
like
to
an-
TikTok
an
by a user known
industrial
as
area.
About to Snap, who appears to be extremely frightened while at his workplace. The video starts off with him looking around with a concerned look on his face, clearly scared of something that he just witnessed while at work. Behind him, a door can clearly be seen opening and closing on its own. He then walks into that room, but no one can be seen near the door.
He's all waiting for it with his eyes wide open.
I'm about to quit. Shit.
A second video that was uploaded a bit later on shows the uploader recording something on a security monitor that scares him senseless.
What the f? No, I ain't seen this.
Oh my God. Y'all, this is wild. It happened right in here. That is crazy. Y'all see that on camera? Rewind the camera back.
A strange, ghostly apparition can be seen on the camera, but when the uploader rushes out to investigate, he isn't able to find anything in the room. Perhaps the figure on the
go
surveillance
say hello real
monitor could
quick.
be a visual artifact. Something like light glare, compression issues, or motion blur caused by the camera struggling in low light. Workplace security systems are often low quality and prone to producing human-shaped distortions. However, what makes this unsettling is the context. All employees accounted for, no one physically present in the room, and yet something clearly appears on the monitor. Apparitions captured on surveillance cameras are among the most commonly reported workplace hauntings. Whether a technical anomaly or something genuinely unexplained, the fact that it shows up only on the camera and nowhere else is what makes it linger.
It's probably because it wants to
Let's
be
just hope
seen,
that
of course.
he's able to get to the bottom of this situation sooner rather than later, so we can finally feel safe at work again. And that was 7 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did,
Well, that was a
then
small one.
subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Not bad so far for the first 2 videos that I've watched. It follows me. Uh-oh. That's the next one. Pretty good so far, pretty good.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. TikTok user Music Lover posted this video in June 2025, and according to the description, the footage wasn't even recorded by them. Instead, it was sent to them by their dad, who says it was filmed by caretakers working at the uploader's uncle's shared home. That alone adds a layer of unease. This isn't someone actively filming for social media. It's footage passed along because it genuinely disturbed the people who witnessed it. The uploader explains that their dad believes the video shows the spirit of their grandpa, possibly haunting their uncle. But Music Lover doesn't fully agree. They say whatever's happening in the clip feels far too violent to be him. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's crazy. It's just peeling stuff off from the wall now?
Throughout the footage, multiple strange things happen inside the house before the video abruptly ends. Objects move, the atmosphere feels chaotic, and there's a sense that whatever's present isn't just trying to be seen, it's acting out. In the description, Music Lover says that after watching this, they genuinely don't know what to think anymore, describing themselves as completely flabbergasted by the whole situation. So what do you think? Could this really be a deceased family member trying to make contact?
It's messing around.
Or does the aggressive nature of what we're seeing suggest something else entirely? We may never know for sure, but let me know your theories in the comments. This video was uploaded to YouTube back in December of 2011 by a man named Luther McGill Jr. He explains that he was on his phone.
I like how he has that little TV right there, or like that little zooming in that he's doing.
using the iChat app, just messing around with some settings when he suddenly heard a strange noise coming from behind him. Now it is worth pointing out that it's a little convenient that he just happened to be filming himself when all of this went down. Most people don't record themselves tweaking phone settings. Still, the timing is what makes this clip so strange. Take a look.
GameFly also offers gift certificates for the games in your life. Save up to 20%. I love games.
What? That was too quick.
At around the 20-second mark, you can see one of the kitchen cabinets behind Luther
It was a little
slowly
quick
open up
there.
by itself. A second later, something suddenly flies out of the cabinet and crashes to the floor, causing Luther to whip his head around in confusion. He stands up to investigate, clearly startled, but the only thing he finds is the object lying on the ground. There's no sign of anyone else in the room, and nothing obvious that explains how it happened. And because this video dates all the way back to 2011, there were never any real updates or explanations afterward. The clip just exists on its own, leaving people to argue about what really happened. So what do you think? A perfectly
The
timed
ghost was
setup,
hungry.
or
He
something
wanted a
unseen
snack.
rummaging through Luther's cabinets? And if it was a ghost, maybe it was just checking to see if he had any snacks worth stealing. Let me know your theories in the comments. A YouTuber known as Terra Latency.
This looks like it could be
posted
at
this
school.
video back in March of 2022, and it shows him wandering through what appears to be a hospital late at night and
Never
completely
mind.
alone. Empty hospital hallways are unsettling enough on their own, especially.
Yeah, empty hospital hallways are crazy. I've been to a few of them before. It's like there's barely any light as you go down the hallway. Few rooms have low light visibility. It's crazy sometimes.
After dark. The uploader moves through different rooms and corridors, seemingly searching for something. For the first part of the video, it feels like nothing's going to happen, and then, in the blink of an eye, it does. At around 1:14, if you look closely, you can make out what looks like a small, ghostly child standing
You
in a
could
doorway.
barely even see it. That
Because
was
the
quick
camera
though.
pans so quickly, it doesn't seem like the uploader even noticed it at the time. If you slow the footage down significantly, the figure could be explained as a visual illusion, motion blur, shadows, or the camera catching something mid-pan that briefly forms a human shape. At normal speed though, it's hard not to see what looks like a child standing there. And
It looks like a
considering the
regular
location,
patient just walking
it's
around.
easy to see why people jump to darker conclusions. Hospitals are places tied to loss and tragedy, so the idea of a child's spirit appearing, even for a split second, hits especially hard. So what do you think this was? A trick of the camera, or something genuinely unsettling caught at the worst possible moment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A man named Antonio Petrone posted this video to his TikTok account, and it shows him quietly moving through his house late at night, seemingly after hearing something that's...
It looks like the language or the what's written up there, some country in the It's one of those Spanish countries out there. That's what it looks like. Probably Brazil, I don't know.
Startled him. As he cautiously walks through the hallway, staying unusually quiet, he turns a corner, and that's where things get genuinely unsettling.
Claudia,
Out of nowhere, a children's scooter that was clearly standing completely still suddenly begins to move on its own. It rolls through the hallway.
It's just moving
and
along,
even
wanted
turns the corner,
someone to go
like
for a ride
someone's
with it.
guiding But when Antonio follows and turns the corner himself, the scooter is just sitting there again, motionless, almost like it never moved at all. The video is short and doesn't offer much context, which honestly makes it creepier. There's no build-up, no explanation, just a child's toy going from perfectly still to moving with purpose, then stopping the second it's approached. If this was staged, it would have required someone hidden out of view to pull it with some string, and to then quickly hide. But if Antonio was truly alone, then watching a stationary
Steph would have been
toy
running. Nah,
suddenly
Steph would have
start
been.
moving through the house on its
She would have
own
got that
is the
and
kind
sold
of thing
it.
that sticks with you. And if you lean toward the paranormal explanation, there's something especially eerie about a child's toy being used when nobody's there. Almost innocent on the surface, but deeply unsettling in practice. So what do you think? A setup we're not seeing, or something unseen taking a late-night ride through the house? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Back in January 2011, a YouTuber known as Mr. Snowman uploaded a video where he explained
Mr. Snowman is about to get spooked out.
he was home alone in the middle of the day, casually playing Fallout New Vegas. Nothing unusual, nothing creepy, until he starts hearing strange noises coming from somewhere else in the house. At first, he brushes it off, but the sounds keep happening. Eventually, he starts wondering out loud if it could be a ghost. So he grabs his camera and begins walking around the house, deciding to actually talk to whatever might be there. He asks if anyone's present. No response. Then he asks a much worse question, whether it intends to hurt him. A second or two later, this happens.
Do you want to hurt me? Okay, yeah, there's definitely something here.
A sudden, loud noise erupts nearby, instantly rattling him. He backs away, clearly shaken, and then notices something happening right in front of him.
He just wants to play catch.
Yeah, there's definitely something in here. It definitely came from Noah's room. What the shit? You see that? What the Hey, why are you moving that paper? Why are you moving the newspaper? What the shit? God damn it.
A newspaper lifts up by itself, and shortly after, a bedroom door slowly closes on its own. No one's near it. No explanation in sight. At this point, Snowman moves into another room, maybe thinking distance will help, but if anything, it just gets worse.
What's so special about in here? I think it's in his room. What the What the God damn it!
Once again, the bedroom door closes by itself, and this time a box is violently thrown to the floor, sending him into full panic. Could this be staged? Possibly. Objects could be pulled with strings, doors notched just out of frame. Early YouTube was full of experiments like this.
Whatever it was,
but
I
what
wanted to
makes
play
the
hide and
clip
seek.
unsettling is the timing, especially the reaction immediately after he asks if it will hurt him. It feels like a direct response.
Steph better look out for those newspapers,
This
though.
crosses into classic poltergeist territory. Noises, objects moving, doors shutting, escalation once attention is given. To this day, there's never been a real explanation or follow-up. The video just sits there, another early YouTube mystery frozen in time. So what do you think? An old school hoax, or something answering him back when it shouldn't have? And maybe think twice next time you're home alone, gaming, and decide to ask the house a question. This next one's short and sweet. The video was uploaded to TikTok by
That's
user
like another
known as
hotel.
WTFJBL, and according to the post, it was sent to them by a night shift nurse working at this hospital. The footage shows the nurse slowly panning the camera around the dark, empty hospital late at night. She appears to be completely alone, moving through dim hallways where everything already feels unsettling. And then, this happens.
You can barely even see
This
it there.
isn't one of those blink and you miss it moments. The figure is pretty obvious. You can clearly
right there.
see what looks like a human-shaped crescent standing in the hallway. What makes it interesting though is what happens next. The nurse pans the camera away, then pans back again, and the figure is completely gone. No movement, no transition, just there 1 second and absent the next. That sudden disappearance does give the clip a bit of a hoax vibe, especially since the timing feels almost too clean. If someone stepped out of frame, or the moment was staged, this exact camera movement would make it easy to sell the effect. Still, hospitals at night are unsettling places on their own, and seeing a figure standing there, even briefly, is enough to get your heart
The
racing,
hospitals are a bit,
fake
you
or
know.
not. So what do you think this was? A staged scare sent in for attention, or something that didn't stick around long enough to be explained? And if you've ever worked night shifts in a hospital, I'd love to hear if you've seen anything similar.
At number 5.
At the very start of this video posted by Ethan
like the
Ryder,
time-lapse,
you
though.
can tell
Looks
something's
pretty good.
seriously wrong. His breathing is shaky, his hands are trembling, and he sounds genuinely terrified, like he's bracing himself for whatever's on the other side of the door. When he finally opens it, the first thing standing there is an adorable cat. But that's not what Ethan's afraid of. The real problem is a little farther out.
And I look up.
What kind of a house is that? It's all messed up. I know. What place is he living on? But as you can see, there's like a black shadow or somebody standing over there. You can already see it. It's right here. Right here. Somebody's looking at him from over there. Let's see what it is.
See this shit. What the? I'm gonna go look over. Hang on real quick. Y'all see it? Oh, y'all see that though? Is this disappearing? Nobody at all. What the? This is scary.
Out in the field, you can clearly see a dark, human-shaped figure standing completely still. It doesn't rush him, it doesn't wave or react, it just stands there watching him in silence. The figure remains in place for around 15 to 20 seconds, long enough for the moment to really sink in, and then it slowly retreats out of view. After a moment, Ethan tries to pull himself together and does something I'm not sure most people would have the courage to do. He actually steps outside and walks toward the spot where the figure was standing just moments earlier. And when he gets there, there's nothing. No movement, no sign of anyone. The figure is completely gone, like it was never there to begin with. Could this have been staged? Of course, someone positioned at a distance, stepping away once the camera was rolling. But what makes the clip unsettling is how long the figure stays put and how calm it appears. There's no obvious
That
timing,
is
no subtle
crazy,
movement,
though.
just silent observation. And the
Especially
fact
in the
this happens
daytime.
in broad daylight, out in the open, is what really messes with people. Shadow figures are usually associated with dark rooms and nighttime encounters, not open fields where you expect to feel safe. So what do you think Ethan saw out there? A
Looks
person
like they
messing
like
with him
coming out
from
in
a
the
distance,
daytime now.
or something far stranger, watching from the fields in plain sight? Let me know your theories in the comments. Adrian Montenegro posted this video back in June of 2023, and at first glance, it looks completely harmless. It's just him and a few friends hanging out outside, at night, laughing and messing around on some swings. Nothing strange, nothing creepy, and then you notice it.
That swing is way too low. What the hell is that? They don't see it.
No bajé los pies.
If you look closely into the background, you can see what appears to be a humanoid figure standing in the darkness. It doesn't just stand there either.
It's pretty crazy that the girl that was recording it did not even see that there. She didn't notice it.
It takes a few steps, and then, even worse, it crouches down, like it's trying to stay hidden or lower itself out of sight. That movement is what really changes the feel of this clip. It doesn't look like a trick of the light or a static shape. It looks intentional. What makes it even more unsettling is that nobody filming seems to notice any of this at the time. There's no reaction, no pause, no sudden fear, just normal laughter, completely unaware of what's happening behind them. Imagine watching this back later and realizing your fun night on the swings wasn't nearly as empty as it felt. That something was back there, moving, watching, and then crouching down like it didn't want to be seen. This could of course be a hoax. Someone could have been positioned in the distance and decided to mess with them, stepping forward and crouching once they knew the camera wasn't focused on them. But if it isn't staged, then the idea that a humanoid figure was close enough to move, crouch, and still go unnoticed in the moment is genuinely disturbing. So what do you think this was?
Practicing
Someone
its,
playing a cruel joke in the dark, or something far worse,
sneaking around.
quietly observing from the shadows? This next clip from TikTok user The First Sinner is the kind of thing that makes your stomach drop, especially if you've ever worked late shifts alone. The video shows the uploader during the closing hour at a swimming pool. At that point, they're supposed to be completely alone in the building, locking things up in an otherwise empty space. But they aren't alone.
What the
Peeking
heck?
out from a door frame in the distance, you can see a person watching the uploader. What immediately stands out is their eyes. They appear completely black, with no visible whites at all. The figure doesn't
That's
step
interesting.
fully into view. They just linger there, staring, before slowly retreating back out of sight a few seconds later. That behavior alone is terrifying. It doesn't look like someone who wandered in by accident. It feels deliberate, like they're checking whether the uploader notices them. And those eyes raise another unsettling possibility. There's a well-known urban legend about black-eyed children, figures that appear human but with pitch-black eyes and deeply disturbing behavior, often showing up in places they shouldn't be. Whether you believe in that legend or not, it's hard not to think about it when you see something like this. Of course, it could still be a real person messing with the employee, Someone lurking, hiding behind a door frame, stepping back once they realize they've been noticed. It could also be a hoax. Either way, paranormal or not, this is one of those clips where there's no comforting explanation. Someone or something was there, watching. So what do you think this was? A disturbing human encounter? A setup for the camera? Or something straight out of an urban legend? This next video shows a TikTok user inside the halls of an abandoned prison, and it's immediately clear this place has been left to decay. Thick layers of
Here we
rust,
go with the prison
grime
stuff.
coat the walls and bars, and the entire building feels heavy, like it's still holding on to everything that happened there. And almost right away, something deeply unsettling happens.
What the? That's some creepy ass shit. Hold on, no, I wanna see this shit. Ain't none of this. I am.
One of the prison cell doors can be seen opening and closing over and over again on its own. It isn't subtle. It isn't a one-time movement. It's persistent, like something's deliberately interacting with the cell, replaying the same motion again and again. That's what makes this so disturbing. Prisons are places of routine, confinement, and repetition. Doors opening, doors closing, days blurring together. Watching that cell door move like this feels less like random activity and more like something reliving a pattern it was never allowed to escape. If there really is something paranormal here, it's easy to imagine a former
wanted to
inmate
get out of
still
there.
tied to that cell. Someone who never left, even after the prison itself was abandoned. Not raging, not violent, just stuck. So what do you think's happening in the cell? A spirit trapped in the same space it once suffered in, or something else entirely, still haunting the corridors long after everyone else moved on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This footage was posted by a woman named Jessica Duffy, who shared it to her TikTok account in May of 2021. And right from the start, it
Ooh, the
feels
snow
like this
area.
isn't the first strange thing that's happened in this
At least
house.
that's how it looks like.
At the beginning of the first clip, you can hear one of Jessica's kids casually saying, "I ain't scared of no ghost." It almost sounds playful, like they're joking around. But whatever might be in that house doesn't seem to appreciate the trash talk.
Oh yeah? It showed them there.
Just seconds later, a door suddenly slams shut on its own, sending the kids into instant panic as they scream and scatter. It's a sharp, aggressive movement, not subtle at all, like something's making a point. Then Jessica uploads a second video, showing what starts out as a perfectly normal night in
I was like, oh yeah, let me show you guys something.
inside the house, until it turns into pure nightmare fuel.
The fan got messed up.
Out of nowhere, the lamp and fan short-circuit, and you can see wires sparking and exploding inside the fixture. It's violent, sudden, and genuinely dangerous. Put together, the two clips feel like escalation. First, the door slam, then something going after the electricity itself. So what do you think's going on here? Is there something in Jessica's house reacting to the kid's bravado? Or is this just a very angry spirit making its presence impossible to ignore? And if that is the case, yeah, this ghost might seriously need some afterlife anger management. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
That one was a crazy one right there. The one that, the clip. Let's see. I might have time for one more. This one might be it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Alright, let's see it.
The first video we'll be having a look at today comes to us from a TikToker named Olivia Shepard. In the video, we watch Olivia filming the area near her neighbor's porch after seeing something very unusual. A mysterious dark figure can be seen looming around the area. Just a couple seconds into the video, Olivia's neighbors himself can be seen exiting his house.
They both
and
saw
peering
that
at the
thing?
figure to get a good look at it too. Amazingly, the neighbor stares at the figure for a few seconds before casually strolling back inside, whereas I think most people would be panicking and racing inside, locking their doors instantly. As soon as he enters his house, the figure can be seen moving slightly at the end of the video. Olivia believes the figure is a ghostly apparition, but some people in the comments think it's a shadow figure. In a follow-up video, Olivia walks to the place where the figure was seen in the daytime, proving it wasn't something as easily explainable as a Halloween decoration. Another video sees Olivia talking to the camera about how the houses in her neighborhood are all old Victorian-style homes. So could it be that one of the people who lived in one of those houses is there to haunt Olivia? If so, why? We may never know.
Nope, never.
As for what this footage actually shows, the figure's stillness and vague human shape definitely resemble classic shadow figure sightings, especially ones reported near porches or entryways. Its slight movement rules out a simple decoration, but it could still be a person in dark clothing or someone cutting through the property. The old Victorian homes add an eerie atmosphere too, since deep shadows and old lighting can distort shapes on camera. Still, the timing of the movement, right after the neighbor goes inside, keeps the mystery wide open.
Yeah, it looks weird, but it was probably one of those ghosts anyway.
TikTok user Nina Rodriguez posted a video to her account in July of 2025 that sees her working late at night in a hospital, and as you're about to see, this shift proves to be terrifying. Nina explains the call line for this particular room is known to be haunted. It keeps going off even though nobody's there, so she decided to set up her camera, walk away and see what happens. What she discovered afterward is downright bone-chilling.
It stood up, I see. It's just messing around with the controllers.
As you can see, The hospital bed directly in front of the camera moves ever so slightly throughout the video, almost as if there's someone's seen presence shifting around in it. A part 2 video was later posted by Nina to address skeptics who thought the first clip was fake. She writes, quote, "For the people saying my video is fake, here's when we decided to further investigate. Do you hear that beeping? That's the call light going off. And all she did was press the cancel button." End quote. Now, to be fair, hospital beds can move a tiny bit on their own because of internal pressure systems, weight distribution, or mechanical settling, but the timing here is strange. The bed shifts while the call light keeps going off, and taken together, it starts to look a lot less like random mechanics and a lot more like something intelligently interacting with the room. So what do you guys think is going on here?
Something was
Let's just
definitely
hope that
there.
One of you needs a hospital visit anytime soon. You won't have to deal with an annoying ghost like this. In January of 2023, a YouTube channel known as Sabia L posted a video that sees them wandering around their home in the Netherlands late at night, creeping around very slowly. Sabia films as they walk through the house, but it doesn't take long at all for weird things to start happening.
Alright, they're fast forwarding it. Look at that tree though. As you can see, the lights behind the door flicker on and off, before suddenly stopping. Sabia checks the door and the hallway to see if anything's there, but she doesn't find a thing. However, it's right after this that something genuinely spooky happens. Let's see what else happens here. Oh, it's just messing around, I see.
Oh.
You could clearly see like somebody standing there. That's why she's like, whoa, back away.
Oh.
No light?
Ik durf echt niet.
If you look carefully enough, you can make out what appears to be
No
some
light.
kind of creepy entity.
Yeah, you
lurking
can
in
see
the
it there
shadows,
barely.
which understandably causes Sabia to panic before the video ends shortly after. Now, flickering lights can sometimes be explained by electrical issues, loose wiring,
Electrical
faulty
issues?
bulbs,
True,
or bad
sometimes.
switches. But the shadowy figure behind the
Someone
door is a lot
pushing it.
harder to explain away. It has a defined shape and seems to be moving, which makes this feel less like a power problem and more like someone or something standing back there. Of course, there's always the chance this could be a hoax, someone hiding out of frame or setup meant to look paranormal. But if it isn't, then this might be one of the creepier pieces of footage to come out of a quiet Dutch home. So what do you guys think was going on in Sabia's house? Is it possible a ghost or some kind of creature was roaming around in there? And if so, why? Let me know your theories down below.
I mean, it could have been anything.
Over on TikTok, a man named Stephen McCrabtree posted a video back in May of this year where he explains just how freaked out
Of
he
this
is
year,
after
2026?
witnessing something
Okay.
truly terrifying. Steven says he was having a completely normal day, just washing dishes and putting them away, when he suddenly felt something hit him right in the back. He even says he heard it bounce. He then turns the camera around to the floor and points out the green ball sitting there, explaining that this is what hit him in the right shoulder out of nowhere. Take a look at the home surveillance camera footage and see.
Let's see from where it came from. What? Out of nowhere.
Steven says the ball had a little bit of force behind it too. He also clarifies that his wife has been in bed for the past 2 days because she is sick, and his kids are either on their tablets or outside. In other words, nobody was around to throw anything. Now, could the ball have rolled off a counter? Maybe, but the way it launches across the room in the clip seems to rule out simple gravity. If it was staged, the timing is impressively natural, but Steven's reaction doesn't feel like someone faking a scare, which makes this one pretty compelling. Thankfully, if there is a ghost inside Steven's house, it doesn't seem violent. Maybe it tossed the ball because it wanted to get his attention, or even play a game of catch. We can only hope its intentions stay friendly.
Probably it wanted to play some catch, who knows?
Over on the UFO subreddit, a user named Formal Process posted a video he filmed in the middle of the night somewhere in Czechia, one that's sure to make your jaw drop in amazement. In the clip, we watch as he films the night sky ahead of him. At first, it looks like a perfectly ordinary shot, but it doesn't take long at all for things to get very strange.
Let's see.
See that tree?
What the heck?
It's very clearly levitating.
Why is the tree... The tree's levitating?
Is it actually a tree? Or is it aliens?
Many viewers believe the footage shows a UFO attempting to mask itself as a tree, but choosing the wrong set coordinate, meaning it appears misaligned or floating at the wrong height. It's such a bizarre visual that you almost have to watch it twice to process it. The OP submission statement reads, quote, "The UFO appeared stationary above a part of a village, resembling a coniferous tree. Radiation remained normal at background level, 0.15 microsieverts per hour, as measured on a basic Geiger counter, which doesn't actually mean much, since gamma intensity decreases with square of distance.
The alien got it wrong. That's why it was floating in midair."
Now, whether this is truly a UFO using some sort of camouflage, or glitching camera sensor, or even an elaborate hoax, it's hard to say. The motion and shape don't quite match drone
It's
behavior.
crazy, it was just floating there?
The tree appears too perfectly formed to be a simple artifact, but the fact that it stays suspended in place makes it even more puzzling. Either way, it's easily one of the strangest videos to hit the subreddit in a long time. If this really was a UFO disguising itself, then yeah, it definitely picked the wrong coordinate. And if it wasn't caught on camera, absolutely nobody would have believed it.
Alright, let's see what the next one is. But the one with the tree was just weird. I mean, it looks pretty believable, but...
back in March of 2025 that shows some truly strange...
Shadow moving is at the end of the science. Metaphysics? We'll see.
Strange activity happening inside a hospital in an unknown location. For the first little while, the security camera footage seems completely normal and doesn't show anything out of the ordinary. But as I'm sure you can expect, that changes fast.
You could even see it walking there.
A If you look at the right-hand side of the screen, you can clearly see a transparent, ghost-like shape drifting around near the patient's bed. It floats around for roughly 40 seconds before the video ends, leaving us with far more questions than answers. As for what this eerie shape could be, well, take your pick. It might be a visual compression artifact from the CCTV system, a bug, or piece of dust passing close to the lens, or if you lean toward the paranormal, possibly some kind of spirit lingering near the patient. The shape's movement is strange enough that all possibilities feel unsettling. Whatever's going on here, it's a chilling reminder that when you're asleep in a hospital room, or even your own bedroom, you never really know what might be drifting quietly above you in the dark. On September 9th, 2025, a TikTok user known as Krobishi posted a video showing some of the strangest activity I've ever seen inside someone's kitchen. The security footage starts off completely normal as we watch the empty room on an ordinary day. Everything's calm until it suddenly isn't. Take a look.
Whoa, what was that?
If you watch closely, you'll notice a dark figure sprinting past outside at an unnaturally fast speed. Just a second or two later, the stove inside the kitchen goes absolutely berserk, shaking and clattering as if something invisible just attacked it. We then see the homeowner rush into the kitchen in a panic, calling for someone else to come look with her, but the video ends there, leaving us totally in the dark about what she discovered next. Could the figure outside really have triggered the chaos inside? If so, how? A person shouldn't be able to cause something like that just by running past, which raises the unsettling possibility that the figure wasn't a person at all. Whether it was a malfunction, a bizarre coincidence, or some kind of entity with the ability to disturb physical objects, we're left with a mystery that's equal parts creepy and confusing. Sometimes a storage unit can be filled with treasures, and sometimes, like in this case, it's filled with pure nightmare fuel. TikTok user NYCdom posted a series of videos in August of this year that show something truly unsettling happening inside her storage facility. In the first clip, we watch as she films the long corridor ahead of her, asking if anyone else can see something down the hall. Look very carefully.
This is why I don't come in this
storage
unit. Oh.
Oh no. I don't know if it's just a fan like going in and out, but the f is that? Duh. I don't. Maybe I'm bugging. No, I know y'all just see that, right?
Oh, you can see
If you
somebody
look at the
peeking
far
out.
end of the hallway, you can see a strange figure peeking around the left
You
corner.
can see somebody
looking
peeking
back
out,
and
like,
forth, as if
barely.
it's watching her. A second video posted by NYCdom shows her wandering deeper into the facility, trying to figure out what she saw, and unsurprisingly, things get even creepier.
Shut up.
What the heck?
Now you hello.
That is strange.
Oh shit.
Between the 119 and 203 mark, you can clearly hear someone or something saying
It's a
hello.
good thing that
several
she went
times from
with somebody.
else in the building. The voice doesn't sound panicked or playful, just eerie, distant, and wrong. Some commenters suggested it might simply be an older man who also rents a unit there. And yes, that's possible, but even if it is just a person, there's something profoundly unnerving about someone hiding in the shadows of a storage warehouse, whispering greetings into the darkness. Whether it's a confused tenant, a mimic-like voice, or something much stranger lurking at the end of that hallway, the atmosphere of these videos is chilling. After watching clips like this, I don't think you'll ever look at Storage Wars the same way again.
No, probably not.
The McAllen Horror Nights attraction in Texas is designed to scare...
The McAllen Horror Nights in Texas? What? I didn't know there was one like that out there. I mean, I know there's Horror Nights in Universals, but in Texas, that's interesting.
Customers with a creepy haunted house experience. But in September of this year, the staff ended up getting a scare they definitely didn't sign up for. In the video posted to their official TikTok page, we see an employee working the closing shift late at night. She's calmly tidying up, just going about her business, and everything seems perfectly normal. But when she walks up to a particularly unsettling mannequin, things take a terrifying turn. Did you see that? If you look closely, the mannequin's head snaps and shifts and...
It does.
entirely on its own, moving in a quick, unnatural motion. The moment the employee realizes what just happened, she sprints out of the room.
Oh, she's out of there.
And honestly, I'd have done the exact same thing. Even though she works at a haunted house attraction, nothing prepares you for a mannequin suddenly coming to life when you're alone in the building. Now, to be fair, some viewers think this could have been a mechanical prop glitching, since haunted houses do use animatronics. Others believe it might have been set up as a prank or even digitally edited. But the movement doesn't really match typical animatronic behavior, and the employee's reaction feels very genuine. On the other hand, if it wasn't staged or mechanical, then this is hands down one of the most unsettling pieces of haunted house footage I've seen in a long time. Either way, I wouldn't blame her if she marched in the next morning and handed over her 2-week notice immediately.
That was it for her?
TikTok user British 74, also known as CB, posted a clip where he explains he just left his wife's grandmother's house after finishing some construction work. According to him, she hadn't lived there for about 3 years. Nobody lived in the house at all. It should have been completely empty, but it wasn't.
Somebody was peeking through the blinds. Oh, that's crazy. You could see the fingers too?
Who in the world is peeking through the blinds like that? Just the sight of someone or something watching from inside an abandoned home is enough to give anyone nightmares. A second video soon followed, where CB shared an even stranger discovery. He had recently bought a simple camera for his daughter, and while flipping through her photos, he found one image he couldn't explain. When he showed it to his mother-in-law, she was horrified because the face in the picture looked exactly like her grandmother, who passed away in the early 1980s. This is the picture.
She was still around.
Just comparing the photo on the camera to the old picture of the grandmother, they look shockingly similar. Same expression, same face shape. It's downright chilling. Then CB uploaded a third video to clear up some theories people were throwing around. He said it wasn't a squatter because he'd been working inside the house for 2 months beforehand, and the place was completely empty. He also dismissed the idea of AI trickery. According to him, he actually saw the blinds move from the corner of his eye, which is what made him start taking photos and recording in the first place. He even went up into the attic using a ladder and found nobody up there. In fact, he said he would have preferred it to be an intruder, because at least he'd have some answers. Right now, he has none. Finally, he posted a fourth update. In this one, he walks around the dark, empty house to investigate.
Shiny has to go to sleep.
And
What
then
is he
this
doing
happens.
up?
Hey.
Oh, he got scared there for a second.
Miss. That was weird.
You could barely even hear that, whatever it is. It won't let him leave now.
What the frick is going on here, brother?
A loud thump echoes through the hallway, startling him. Moments later, you can hear deep, unsettling growling sound coming from somewhere close by. It doesn't sound like a house settling, it sounds alive. Now, there are a few ways to look at this. On one hand, it could be a combination
That
of
one,
shadows,
that one was weird, the one
pareidolia,
that was
and a
peeking out
perfectly
like that.
timed noise. Maybe an animal hiding somewhere in the walls.
I wasn't gonna
Old
lie about
houses
that
can
one.
make strange sounds, especially if there's loose wood or a raccoon tucked away in a crawl space. On the other hand, the figure in the blinds and the photo resembling a deceased family member are hard to dismiss. The way the face matches the old
mean,
portrait
what more
gives
proof
the
do you
whole
want?
situation an
That's
unsettling
more, you got
folk
proof
horror
there.
vibe, almost like a classic ghost story unfolding through TikTok updates. So what do you think? Is CB dealing with a full-on haunting, or is there a more grounded explanation hiding somewhere in this abandoned home? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Over on YouTube, a channel named Fickleberg12 posted a video on December 7th, 2022. In it, he and a friend are wandering through a cemetery in Oakland, Atlanta. He pans across a Victorian-themed holiday celebration nearby, complete with Christmas carolers in period outfits. Then he quickly swings the camera behind him, and that's where things take a seriously creepy turn.
Watch my step here. Give me 1 second. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, he was peeking out?
Did you notice it? In a blink and you'll miss it
That's
moment.
crazy, he doesn't
If you
notice
look
that.
behind the building here, you can clearly see what looks like an actual person's face peeking out. It's pale.
Pretty
it's
much in the
still, and
daytime,
it's
too.
pointing directly at the camera. There's nothing abstract or vague about it. It looks exactly like a human being watching him. What makes this even stranger is how old the footage looks. Even though it was uploaded only a few years ago, the camera quality feels more like something from the early 2000s. That alone gives the moment an eerie, urban legend vibe that makes the figure
Kind
feel
of.
even more out of place. Sadly, the uploader never posted any follow-up videos, so we're left with this single unsettling clip and no extra context. Since the figure really does look like a person, we're basically left
uploader
with
probably
three
got spooked
possibilities.
and that was it
One,
for him.
a real person was standing there. Cemeteries are open spaces, and someone could have simply been behind the building at the exact moment he turned around. It could have been another visitor, a worker, or someone wandering around during the Victorian event.
No, it couldn't have been any of that stuff. I mean, look at the skin color. It was super pale.
2. It was a deliberate hoax. The video does have that vintage style creepiness people love in online ghost clips. It's possible someone intentionally stood in that spot to create a spooky moment, especially since the face appears for only a split second and never moves. 3. It's something paranormal. The stillness, the pale appearance, and the way the face seems to be staring directly into the lens.
Yeah, the way the
all give it that
paleness
classic
is, it's
original
definitely
quality.
not somebody out
Combined
there.
with the location and the older looking footage, it wouldn't be a stretch for viewers to interpret this as a genuine ghost sighting. So what do you think? Was someone hiding behind the building? Did the uploader pull off a simple hoax? Or are we looking at an actual ghostly figure watching?
Definitely
from the
one of those
shadows?
ghosts.
Let me know your theories in the comments below. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Not bad, Sir Spooks. That's a new one. I may have time for one more, but it's gonna be a short one. I don't know if he has any like shorter ones. I don't know if he has any shorter ones, but I'll see. They're all pretty long to me. This one seems good. 15-minute one. That's pretty much how much time I have anyway.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos.
See,
But
five
before we
scary
begin,
videos
make
shouldn't
sure
take
to
too long.
subscribe
15
to my
minutes
channel
is
for more scary
more than
content.
enough time.
I have a goal of reaching 1 million subscribers, so it would mean a lot to me if you could help me get there.
I mean, he already got
All
there.
right,
He's been
with
in
that said,
there.
Let's begin. A lot of the posts that get uploaded to the immensely popular Ghost subreddit get a handful of likes here and there, with people commenting on them with their various opinions and theories. But this post that you're about to see, uploaded by the user Unicorn Onesie, has amassed an absolutely staggering 13,000 likes since its upload just 6 days ago at the time of writing this. Just by the sound of that alone, it's bound to be one of the creepier videos you'll see on there. So let's take a look and see what's going on here.
Let's
But
see.
before
Let's see
we
what's
do
going
that,
on.
Let's read the bit of context that the uploader left behind for us to read. He says, quote, I live in a gated condo in a very quiet part of town. Barely any movement past 9 p.m. This time of the year there's maybe 6 apartments occupied, as all the rest are used for summer holidays. My apartment is on the ground floor and my only direct neighbors are not there. Hardly anyone walks on the back during the night. I'm currently away from home for work, and when the cleaner went there yesterday, I asked her to set up the camera just for security. Video was about 2 or 3 hours after she left, just after sunset, like something that went to examine the new item on the dresser. Since then, there's been countless videos of smoke and
Let's see what
strange
happens.
sounds like bangs and others that sound like voices. Mostly late at night when the condo is supposed to be dead silent. By the way all the doors and windows are locked, nothing was left open. I wanted to attach the whole thing, but I'm still learning how to use Reddit. I really need your input as I'm terrified of going back home now. End quote.
What was that?
The security camera video was certainly quite interesting. What in the world is causing that plume of smoke to roll into this
It was
person's
weird. It was like it
place?
was flying towards
If
it.
this is some kind of paranormal entity, then it's not like most ones, that's for sure. What do you think could possibly be going on here? Do you think that a paranormal spirit is to blame here? If so, what do you think about the big plumes of smoke? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, pop quiz time. What's this ad read going to be about? It's not a VPN. No, it's not a new set of headphones. Bingo, it's Raid Shadow Legends. You've heard the name,
God,
but do
he's
you
doing a
actually
commercial?
know what you're missing out on here? I'm talking hundreds of champions to collect, a super in-depth RPG battle system, amazing graphics and intense PvE boss fights. Sounds pretty good, right? Come on, let me tell you more. After so much killing, the faces he saw before him meant nothing to Shazam.
I need to skip
That
this
is,
commercial.
until
I
the
mean, I
last
get it. They paid
execution
him to
he
do it,
conducted as a
but
mortal man. This time it was his wife who lay upon the block, accused of stealing to feed them, relaxing and hanging around when he noticed something absolutely terrifying going on across the street from him that left him petrified. He explains that the house opposite his mom's is empty and has been up for sale for 6 months. However, it seems like it won't be getting sold anytime soon if the potential new homeowners see the following clip.
what the heck was that? Oh, you could see somebody watching back. I seen that. It's like a girl.
As you can see, there's clearly something inside the house, almost looking like a ghost girl, but we obviously can't be sure. Is it just a girl standing there in a strangely eerie manner, or are we actually dealing with the paranormal? Of course, there are lots of possible different theories here, so I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that this was just a random person
No, it
in
was
the
like
window,
one of those paranormal. You
or
could
was
tell by
this
her,
a creepy
by
paranormal
her
entity that was
face.
roaming around? Either way, I pray for the person who moves into this place next. If you've seen tons of science fiction movies involving aliens and UFOs, then you know that the UFOs in movies are almost always depicted as being extremely loud, ear-piercing vehicles
That is true.
that make you have to cover your ears. But maybe that's not how it actually is in real life, as this video that was posted to Reddit seemingly suggests. Uploaded to the Alien subreddit by username Static Bang, the footage in question was filmed all the way back in 2008 in Houston, Texas, in a man's backyard in the middle of the day. The video in question is quite baffling, so let's have a look and see what's going on here.
Oh, you could definitely see it. You want it to be known there. I mean, why? What else would it be there? Clearly it was just, there. Back in
As you can see,
2008.
the question is clearly hovering around the man's backyard for a good long while. But oddly enough, the UFO is not making any sound whatsoever. A stark contrast from what the movies try to convince us of. If this video is real, then it certainly seems as though UFOs are not nearly as loud as one would have thought. In a way, this makes them so much creepier because if a UFO landed right behind you, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell. Think about
Maybe,
that
maybe
when you
not.
go to bed tonight. This next video was published to YouTube on August 8th, 2020 by a channel known as jbish26 and shows some seriously frightening and unsettling stuff that was captured on a Wyze camera. In the description of the post, the uploader says that at the time of this video's recording, he was on vacation for 4 days in Oregon when he suddenly got this alert on his phone saying that there was something detected on his camera.
Interesting.
This is what the camera captured.
barely even see it pop out through like the door. And the door's closed, I think.
I cannot even begin to imagine just how utterly terrified I would be upon checking my home security camera and seeing that on the footage. If you look carefully, in the footage you can make out what appears to be some sort of paranormal entity peeking around the room, seemingly trying to hide from the camera. The video eventually abruptly ends, leaving us all to wonder what in the world we just saw and whether or not the thing we saw was a ghost or not. Either way,
It could have
I'm
been.
genuinely
It could have been
curious
anything.
as to what
Well,
this
clearly a
host
ghost
did
for sure.
upon arriving back home from his trip. Let's hope that today he's doing a lot better and hopefully he moved into a new house.
Oh gosh,
A
what is she
TikTok
doing?
video that was published on October 22nd, 2023 by a user by the name of Magical Poltergeist posted home security camera footage to his account that's sure to make you lose a bit of sleep tonight. In the footage, we watch as the uploader's wife sleepwalks down into the kitchen late at night.
Oh, sleepwalking, I see. I mean, I've only had that once when I was really young. I mean, supposedly I went outside almost across the street.
Kind of weird, but it's nothing out of the ordinary, right? Sleepwalking happens a lot to a ton of people. But as you're about to see, this is no ordinary sleepwalking incident, not even remotely. Take a look at what happens when the woman takes a seat at one of the kitchen chairs right about here.
She just passes out or what? Oh, I see. There was guests there.
3 chairs can be seen moving randomly before an ominous shadow can be seen looming in the background. But that's not all. A couple of seconds later, and the woman is in for even more terrifying encounters with the unknown.
What in the world is going on? That's crazy. Okay. She's not awake yet.
At one point, something on the table moves right toward her abruptly, before a few seconds later, one of the doors in the house slams shut as the woman continues to sit down in the chair.
She was probably possessed or something. I don't know.
cannot begin
It
to
looks
imagine
like.
how terrified this woman must have been upon waking up properly later on, only for her husband to show her this utterly bone-chilling piece of footage. How could you go about your day with the knowledge that you were so openly exposed to something so terrifying? Was this woman really sitting down with paranormal entities?
Probably.
Be sure to leave your theories in the comments below. And that was 5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, let's
crazy
subscribe
one
for
there.
more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
I mean, Sir Spooks has some pretty good videos, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be using him as like my alternative, because the one that usually I usually do this stuff on is on Nuke's Top 5. He hasn't uploaded since the beginning of the new year. And he still hasn't uploaded yet, so yeah, I'll be doing this guy here. I'll probably be switching off back and forth. That is it for tonight. I mean, it's a good thing that I did find this one as like an alternative for like a backup and stuff like that, which is good. I don't mind it. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for the few that stopped by. I don't know, there's probably could have been more that stopped by, because I never know who might appear in here. But for the regulars, thanks for stopping by always, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. That's when I do it again. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later.